श्लोके
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
श्रीमद्भागवतम कैंटो 2 chapter 4 verse 17 तपस्विनो दानपरायशस्विनो
तपस्विनो दानपरायशस्विनो
मनस्विनो मंत्रविदः सुमङ्गला
मनस्विनो मन्त्रविदः सुमङ्गला
क्षेमं न विन्दन्ति विनायदर्पणम्
क्षेमं न विन्दन्ति विनायदर्पणम्
तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः
तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः।
I think we have seen this.
Yeah, yes sir, we are done with this.
Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, verse 18. Aha, aha. Kiratahunandra-pulinda-pulkasha
Kiratahunandra-pulinda-pulkasha
Abhirasumbhayavana-kashadaya
Shubhayavana-kashadaya
Ye anye cha papayadapashraya Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave namah
Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave
Kiratahunandra-pulinda-punkasha
Kiratahunandra-pulinda-pulkasha
Abhirasumbhayavana-kashadaya
Abhirasumbhayavana-kashadaya
Ye anye cha papayadapashraya
Anye cha papayadapashraya
Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave namah
Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave namah.
Kiratahunandra-pulinda-pulkasha Abhirasumbhayavana-kasadaya
Abhirasumbhayavana-kasadaya
Ye anye cha papayadapashraya
Papayadapashraya
Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave namah
Prabhavishnave namah.
Yes.
Kiratahunandra-pulinda-pulkasha Abhirasumbhayavana-kashadaya Ye anye cha papayadapashraya Sudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave namah.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace by Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonyms. Kirata, a province of old Bharata.
Kirata, a province of old Bharata.
Pune, part of Germany and Russia.
Pune, part of Germany and Russia.
Andhra,
Andhra, a province of southern India.
Andhra, a
Andhra, a
province of
province
southern
of
India.
southern
Pulinda, the Greeks.
Pulinda, the Greeks.
Pulkasha, another province.
Pulkasha, another province.
Abhira, part of old Sindh.
Abhira, part of old Sindh.
Shumba, another province.
Shumba, another province.
Yavana, the Turks, Turkish.
Yavana, the Turks.
Kasa Adaya, the Mongolian province.
Kasa Adya, the Mongolian province.
Even those.
Ye, even those.
Anye, others.
Anya, others.
Cha, also.
Cha, also.
Papa, addicted to sinful acts.
Papa, addicted to sinful acts.
Yat, whose.
Yat, whose.
Asraya, having taken shelter of the devotees of the Lord.
Ashraya, having taken shelter of the devotees of the Lord.
Shuddhyanti, at once purified.
Shuddhyanti, at once purified.
Tasmai, unto him.
Tasmai, unto him.
Prabha Vishnave, unto the powerful Vishnu.
Prabha Vishnave, unto the powerful Vishnu.
Namaha, my respectful obeisances.
Namaha, my respectful obeisances.
Translation, please repeat after me. Kirata, Huna, Andhra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abira, Sumba, Yavana.
Kirata, Huna, Andhra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abhira, Shumba, Yavana.
Addicted to sinful acts.
Members of the Kasa races and even others addicted to sinful acts
Can be purified by taking shelter of the devotees of the Lord.
can be purified by taking shelter of the devotees of the Lord.
Due to his being the supreme power.
Due to his being the supreme power.
I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Jai Guru Maharaj ki jai. Purport.
Purport. Kirata, a province of old Bharatvarsha mentioned in the Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata. Generally, the Kiratas are known as the aboriginal tribes of India, and in modern days, the Santal Parganas in Bihar and Chota Nagpur might comprise the old province named Kirata. Huna, the area of East Germany and part of Russia, is known as the province of the Hunas. Accordingly, sometimes a kind of hill tribe is known as the Hunas. Andhra, a province in southern India, mentioned in the Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata. It is still extant under the same name. Pulinda, it is mentioned in the Mahabharata Adi Parva 174.38 with the inhabitants of the province of the name Pulinda. This country was conquered by Bhishma Sena and Sahadeva. The Greeks are known as Pulindas, and it is mentioned in the Vana Parva of Mahabharata that the non-Vedic race of this part of the world would rule over the world. This Pulinda province was also one of the provinces of Bharat, and the inhabitants were classified amongst the Kshatriya kings. But later on, due to their giving up the Brahminical culture, they were mentioned as Milechas, just as those who are not followers of the Islamic culture are called Kafirs, and those who are not followers of the Christian culture are called heathens. Abhira. This name also appears in the Mahabharata, both in the Sabha Parva and Bhishma Parva. It is mentioned that this province was situated on the river Saraswati in Sindh. The modern Sindh province formerly extended on the other side of the Arabian Sea, and all the inhabitants of that province were known as Abhiras. They were under the domination of Maharaja Yudhishthira, and according to the statements of Markandeya, the Milechas of this part of the world would also rule over Bharata. Later on, this proved to be true, as in the Case of the Pulindas. On behalf of the Pulindas, Alexander the Great conquered India, and on behalf of the Abiras, Muhammad Ghori conquered India. These Abiras were also formerly Kshatriyas within the Brahminical culture, but they gave up the connection. The Kshatriyas who were afraid of Parshurama and had hidden themselves in the uh, Caucasian hilly regions later on became known as the Abiras, and the place they inhabited was known as Abhira Desha. Shumbas and Kankas, the inhabitants of Kanka province of Old Bharat, mentioned in the Mahabharata. Yavanas. Yavana was the name of one of the sons of Maharaja Yavati, who was given the part of the world known as Turkey to rule. Therefore, the Turks are Yavanas due to being descendants of Maharaja Yavan. The Yavanas were therefore Kshatriyas, and later on, by giving up the Brahminical culture, they became Malecha Yavanas. Descriptions of the Yavanas are in the Mahabharata, Adi Parva 85.34. Another prince called Turvasu was also known as Yavana, and his country was conquered by Sahadev, one of the Pandavas. The western Yavana joined the Duryodhana in the battle of Kurukshetra under the pressure of Karna. It was also foretold that these Yavanas also would conquer India, and it proved to be true. Khasa. The inhabitants of the Khasa Desh are mentioned in the Mahabharata Drona Parva. Those who have a stunted growth of hair on the upper lip are generally called Khasas. As such, the Khasa are the Mongolians, the Chinese, and others who are so designated. The above mentioned historical names are different nations of the world. Even those who are constantly engaged in sinful acts are all corrigible to the standard of perfect human beings if they take shelter of the devotees of the Lord. Jesus Christ and Muhammad, two powerful devotees of the Lord, have done tremendous service on behalf of the Lord on the surface of the globe. And from the version of Srila Shukadev Goswami, it appears that instead of running a godless civilization in the present context of the world situation, if the leadership of world affairs is entrusted to the devotees of the Lord, for which a worldwide organization under the name and style of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness has already been started, then by the grace of the Almighty Lord, there can be a thorough change of heart in human beings all over the world, because the devotees of the Lord are able authorities to effect such a change by purifying the dust-worn minds of the people in general. The politicians of the world may remain in their respective positions. May remain in their respective positions because the pure devotees of the Lord are not interested in political leadership or diplomatic implications. The devotees are interested only in seeing that the people in general are not misguided by political propaganda, and that the valuable life of a human being is not spoiled in following a type of civilization which is ultimately doomed. If the politicians, therefore, would be guided by the good counsel of the devotees, then certainly there would be a great change in the world situation by the purifying propaganda of the devotees, as shown by Lord Chaitanya. As Shukadev Goswami began his prayer by discussing the word Yat Kirtanam, so also Lord Chaitanya recommended that simply by glorifying the Lord's holy name, a tremendous change of heart can take place, by which the complete misunderstanding between the human nations created by politicians can at once be extinguished. And after the extinction of the fire of misunderstanding, other profits will follow. The destination is to go back home, back to Godhead, as we have several times discussed in these pages. According to the cult of devotion, generally known as the Vaishnava cult, there is no bar against anyone's advancing in the matter of God realization. A Vaishnav is powerful enough to turn into a Vaishnav, even the Kirata, etc., as above mentioned. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.32, it is said by the Lord that there is no bar to becoming a devotee of the Lord, even for those who are low born or low-born or women, Shudras or Vaishyas, and by becoming a devotee, everyone is eligible to return home back to Godhead. The only qualification is that one takes shelter of a pure devotee of the Lord who has thorough knowledge in the transcendental science of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone from any part of the world who becomes well conversant in the science of Krishna becomes a pure devotee and a spiritual master for the general mass of people who may reclaim them by purification of heart. Though a person be even the most sinful man, he can at once be purified by systematic contact with a pure Vaishnava. A Vaishnava therefore can accept a bona fide disciple from any part of the world without any consideration of caste and creed and promote him by regulative principles to the status of a pure Vaishnava who is transcendental to Brahminical culture. The system of caste or Varnashrama Dharma is no longer regular even amongst the so called followers of the system, nor is it now possible to re establish the institutional function in the present context of social, political, and economic revolution. Without any reference to the particular custom of a country, one can be accepted to the Vaishnav cult spiritually, and there is no hindrance in the transcendental process. So, by the order of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the cult of Srimad Bhagavatam or the Bhagavad Gita can be preached all over the world, reclaiming all persons willing to accept the transcendental cult. Such cultural propaganda by the devotees will certainly be accepted by all persons who are reasonable and inquisitive, without any particular bias for the custom of the country. The Vaishnava never accepts another Vaishnava on the basis of the birthright, just as he never thinks of the deity of the Lord in a temple as an idol. And to remove all doubts in this connection, Srila Shukadev Goswami has invoked the blessings of the Lord, who is the all-powerful Para Prabha Vishnave Nama, as the all-powerful Lord accepts the humble service of his devotee in devotional activities or of the archana, his form as the worshipable deity in the temple. Similarly, the body of a pure Vaishnava changes transcendentally at once when he gives himself up to the service of the Lord and is trained by a qualified Vaishnava. The injunction of Vaishnav regulation in this connection runs as follows: Archye Vishnav Shila Dhira Gurushu Naramatir Vaishnave Jati Buddhi Shri Vishnur Namni Shabda Samanya Buddhi, etc. One should not consider the deity of the Lord as worshipped in the temple to be an idol, nor should one consider the authorized spiritual master an ordinary man, nor should one consider a pure Vaishnava to belong to a particular caste, etc. Padma Puran. The conclusion is that the Lord, being all powerful, can under any and every circumstance accept anyone from any part of the world, either personally or through his bona fide manifestation as the spiritual master. Lord Chaitanya accepted many devotees from the communities other than the Varnashramites, and he himself declared to teach us that he does not belong to any caste or social order of life, but that he is the eternal servant of the Lord who maintains the damsels of Vrindavan, Lord Krishna. That is the way of self-realization.
Hari Om Tat Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapradaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataga Swami Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Grama Tarini Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavade पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिहराय नाम कृष्ण यादवाय नम हरे गोपाल गोविंद राम श्रीमधुसूदनाम मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुल्लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्यमेश्वरम् Hari Om Tat Sat, very beautiful words, very famous words in the world. Yeah, because it's talking about us. Even we can become a pure devotee by the association of pure devotee. Yadapa Shraya Shraya Shuddhyanti Tasmai Prabhavishnave Namaha Kirata Huna Andhra. So Kirata, they are black, and Huna are the hoons, and Andhra, Pulinja, Bira. So one Yavana fought with even Krishna. He is called Kala Yavana. So he is a Yavana. They are considered as being Greeks. So then we have any sane man, will accept this cult, will not be accepted by the insane. One who is in quiet order of the brain, he will definitely accept it. Only the moodas in Bhagavad Gita, Namam Dushkritino Mooda Prapadyante Naradama, they will deny this statements. So, in Mayapur, Lord Chaitanya has given mercy without discriminating as to who is Kirata, who is Hundra, who is educated, who is not educated, who is qualified, who is not qualified, who is rich, who is not rich. Everybody has got that mercy. So we need to understand. So Krishna says, Manushyanam Sahasresu. There are 400 species of human beings, different types of human being, Kirata, Hundara, Pulinda, Pulkasha. These are all coming amongst the 4 lakh species of human. Andhra, Shumba, Yavana, Kashadaya. There are so many varieties. Okay, they are considered lowest, low grade. They cannot realize what is the aim of life. Kirata, Hunandra, Punlinda, Pulkasha, Abira, Shumba, Yavana, Kasadaya, Kirata, the black race. So, sometimes it's also interpreted that the Africans are the south part of our country, Kirata. Huns. Huns, they're supposed to be inhabitants of the northern regions of Russia, actually. And some of them migrated into Germany. So Kirata, Huns, Andhra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, there are so many different names. If you search from the history, you will find it, the world history. We can find where they are. And the varieties of human beings you can find. So therefore, Krishna says, Manushyanam Sahasre. So all human beings are not of the same standard. There are different standards. But Krishna is so kind. Krishna is so powerful that anyone out of this human society can be claimed to become a Vaishnava. Haribo. That is the statement of Sukadeva Goswami. Kirata, Hunandra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abira, Sumba, Yavana, Kasadaya, Ye, Anyecha Papa. So, there are so many others whose names are not mentioned here. Ye Anyecha Papa, they are called Papa. Papa means very sinful. Yada Pasraya Sraya. If such person, such lower grade person, even they take shelter of a pure devotee, then they become purified. Shuddhyanti, they become purified. How? Prabha Vishnave Nama. That is a special prerogative, power of Lord Vishnu. He can deliver anyone in any condition of life. Prabha Vishnave Namaha. So this is very, very beautiful. So It is Kirata, Hunandra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Yavana, and the Kasa races, even others who are addicted to sinful acts. Krishna consciousness is so complete that it is all embracing. Everyone has an occupational duty as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra, but one does not have to give up his occupational duty to take to Krishna consciousness. And if one takes to Krishna consciousness but does not succeed, what has he lost? Even if he falls down, there is no loss. On the other hand, if a man perfectly performs his own duties, Swadharma, but is not Krishna conscious, what he gains? Actually, there is no gain. So Kapila Devi is explaining. Once one takes to the path of Bhakti Yoga, one never actually falls down. First of all, you take this guarantee from Kapila Devi. Once begun, Bhakti Yoga continues only. Even if one temporarily falls down, one is given another chance by taking birth in a good family, either in a wealthy family, learned family, Brahmana family. So in this way, Vishnu is very pleased, when you take to Krishna consciousness, how he will let you fall. It's impossible. So, very, very beautiful this thing. This Kirata, Huna, very fortunate. So, this Lord Vishnu is so powerful that he can deliver anyone at once if he is pleased to do so. And if you become Krishna consciousness, he is pleased. And Lord Vishnu empowers the pure devotee whom you take shelter. They act as good as Vishnu or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because you can please him. By pleasing him, you please Krishna. So, when you take the order of surrendering unto him, as Maharaja Yati did, Maharaja Yati, he was eager to serve Vasudeva Krishna, and therefore, as soon as he wanted to renounce material life, Lord Vasudeva helped him. Okay. So, we must be sincere in surrendering ourselves unto the lotus feet of a devotee. Then we can immediately be Shuddhaye, Shuddhyanti, immediately be purified and qualified to become even spiritual master, because that pure devotee impart the signs of Krishna unto you. This is the power of pure devotee, that he can make pure devotee from a very lowest of human also. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. We'll resume our class tomorrow morning sharp at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Aditapam Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vishnu Pranam.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Jai.
कृपा
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमो
Jai Srila Guru